Hello, beautiful readers. Today is October 10th, and I have my baby on my lap. And since I can do this while he's here, I figured I might as well do some more vlogging. I have finished reading In the Rye by JD Salinger. This has been one that's been on my to-read list for quite some time because it's a classic and everybody should have read the classics, right? And it's also been banned a lot. So I went into this with the expectation of it being a great literary work and totally blowing my mind. Not exactly what I expected. It starts off, we have this fellow named Holden Caulfield who is attending a boarding school somewhere in New York. We're not really quite sure where. And he is about to be kicked out. He hasn't been doing his homework, essentially. And we find out as the book goes on that it's not the first boarding school he's been kicked out of. But it's set back in the 1950s, and he is basically the original angsty teenager. There's just really not a lot to say about the book. He goes around whining, and he's really depressed, and the basic issue, from today's point of view, I would look at it and go, he's clearly depressed. He needs some psychological help. He needs to go to a counselor because his brother had passed away from leukemia, and he hadn't gotten over it yet. So most of what happens in the book are things related to him being an angsty, depressed teenager, essentially. And that's about it. There's commentary on, you can take a lot of the symbolism and a lot of the things that happen in the book as commentary on the human condition, and I can see why it would be considered a classic novel in some of the things that it kind of discusses, but it's really just not interesting to me. I was really kind of depressed by the end. There's not much hope by the end of the book. So I don't recommend it at all. Plus there's really nasty things that happen in the book. And he uses swear words constantly, and I don't know. There's a lot of things that, if it was written today, I would say it was somebody that was trying to get attention by doing outlandish things with their main character, who was only 16 years old. And he was doing things, yes, I know, Isaiah. He was doing things that there's no way they would have happened today. Going into bars, getting into hotels, things like that, that never would have happened. And I would say if it was happening today, the author was just trying to get attention, essentially. And I just don't like it. I don't like the way the book was written. There's no real purpose to the book. Like, it doesn't even end with, like, and then this is what happened. It's just, there's not really a good summation to the book. I won't tell you the ending, because that's the whole book, kind of. But, yeah, I don't recommend it at all. So, moving on, I'm reading A Game of Thrones right now. I have read many other books that I will be attempting to review, and I'll have to be reviewing some of them because my other videos are not uploaded to YouTube. So if you have any other suggestions, commentary, let me know below in the comments, and I hope you all have a fantastic day and keep reading.